My name is Leonie. I am 64 years of age and I'm living with stage 3 breast cancer. It's been a long journey. Even though it's stage 3, which is over the danger part, it has been a long journey. Mentally, physically, financially, in every aspect, it has been a long journey. But I am at a more comfortable place right now, and I don't think, even at this stage, I'm not regarding it as a death sentence. Not because you hear that you have cancer, you don't have to dead. You know, there are a lot of things that are available and helps that are available that you can access in order to remain alive. And I think that's where I'm at right now. And it's from an early age. It could have been in my 18, 19, or in my 20s. I remember I had this lump and I gone to the doctor. They sent me to the UHII to get something done, a biopsy done. When I went, everything was prepared to do the biopsy. Another doctor came in and said to me, "Get up and go, I'm not feeling anything." So I got up and I went home. And that was could have been, as I said before, 18 or 19, about our early 20s. That lump was there all along. After a while, in my late 30s now, I started feeling it more. It was like it was growing. But because of what I was told, I never bothered myself about it. So I was still started under my arm. So I figured it was the deodorant. So I changed my deodorant. I stopped using the antiperspirant brand and, stuck to the deodorant. The pain stopped, it ceased. It came back. I figured it's because I was kind of working hard, because I used to do a lot of manual things like mow my lawn and big yard and them things, do all of those things. So I thought that was causing the pain. After a while, it stopped. But I never thought of going to the doctor, because generally I don't like doctors, because I'm not so sure I trust them. And so, you drink your aloe vera, you drink your Guinean weed, you use the something them, you're good. I was living out in the country then, and I came to live in Portmore now. I noticed the pain, it came back, but it was more aggressive, it was more painful. I was still working out in Linstead. One of the days I said, "No, so I'm not going to bear this pain." And I went to a doctor over there, and he said to me, "Why you waited so long to come?" So I said, "What is it, doc?" And he said to me, "I am going to send you to do a mammogram." Now I do mammogram twice, and I almost made a vow that I wouldn't put my body under those things again. Anyway, I said to him, I don't think, based on the pains that I was having, I said to him, I don't think I can subject this breast to that sort of a thing. And he said, but that is the only way he'll be able to diagnose exactly what is happening. Anyway, I went to do it. When I went, I said to the technician that this breast cannot be subjected to that kind of a thing. And she said, but that is what they prescribe. And so I said, I'm telling you, you know. Anyway, when I went to do that, when she put the breast on the thing, I bawled. No, sir. She bawled and run out, leave the tears them. Anyway, she came back in and she apologized and things. I eventually had to do a ultrasound, right? And so that is how they came to whatever diagnosis they came to. And so I have been on the journey then. In the back of my head, I'm not doing a surgery. By this, the whole area was, a lot of pimples started coming out on the breast. And like water bubbles, and then them all burst, them start to burst, all of them burst. So it was one big thing here, so. And so my hand at the time, was getting fatter and fatter with each day, and everything was happening. I went, I got even a letter to go to do the surgery at Spanish Town Hospital. And I said, that is not going to be I am not doing any surgery. I don't want any knife on my body. I'm not doing any surgery. Because my hand was getting large, I started seeking help for my hand. I called the Cancer Society to find out if there was anybody there, anyone there, or if they offered kind of a facility to help me with my hand. And there was where they recommended me to go in Beyond Pink, Patrice Dwyer. I was given her name and number, and I made the call. She was quite welcoming. It was a voice that possibly I needed to hear, encouraging and all of that kind of a thing. And it was while coming to her for therapy on my hand that she recommended me to a doctor in Kingston. And there is where my treatment began at the hospital. She told me what stage the cancer was. I did a biopsy. They placed me on some medications. I have done 3 weeks of radiation therapy. 3 weeks, 5 days, 3 weeks. And after the radiation, a couple of weeks after the radiation, I was told that I needed not to do any chemotherapy because of the signs of recovery that was happening via the radiation. That was a painful period, really, very, extremely painful. And I'm talking here of physical pain. It really was a painful. When night, I would see night coming, and I would literally shiver because the pain becomes more intense at nights. I am realizing more, or I have realized that people need people, that no man is an island. I've basically been a loner. I've come now to realize that people really need people. So if you are in a work environment, no matter how disgusting your coworkers might be, but you must try as best to ensure that you create an environment that there's always somebody watching over you or watching your back. But I have a coworker who tells me what I must do in all of the areas. Not that I am a very natural person, right? But there are things that are available. If it's a breast thing, she tells me that you can get the breast. She tells me about the bottom, and she tells me everything. So you need not be embarrassed. In your immediate home environment, do the same. In your relationships, try, and it's not all, relationship is a hard thing. It's not always easy. But we should try. We need that kind of a support. Not only in terms of illness, in anything that we are, in terms of advancement, we need to have support. We need support. Having to deal with the doctors at the hospital that I attend, they are all young doctors. And the kind of professionalism and helpfulness that they bring to the table has somehow changed my perspective. They bring a personal, I don't know if it's because of the area of work, cancer patients, but the level of care that they have brought to the table has given me a different perspective. You need not be afraid. You didn't bring this thing on yourself. Even though they make me say it's stress and it's what you eat, but guess what? At the end of the day, you never bring it on yourself. You need not be afraid. As a matter of fact, a nurse said to me when I was doing the treatment on my breast, said, look here, my girl, wear padded brassiere and stuff up your breast if you have to stuff up your breast and go about your business. Nobody will know your business, right? And so it's the same thing I am sharing. Your body might feel imbalanced, and you might have not the confidence to portray the confidence that you need to step out. But you just have to do what you have to do and move on. Once you have life, you're good. It's not the end of the world. If you have to, if you are diagnosed with the thing, don't sit down. If you don't have money, seek help. Help is always available. Let me not leave God out of the picture. I cannot. I remember those nights when I was in pain. He was the only one. I remember one night in particular, I said, God, you're going to make me go through this alone. And like in a split second, I fell asleep and I never wake up till morning. So I have to always be constantly in that mode of gratitude to God for all that He has done and for all that He has been to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up to Patrice Dwyer. She deeply cares. She not only talks, but she deeply, deeply cares. And because of this program is where I am at today.